This father and son duo came from North Carolina to see tonight's game. Diego is a Warrior fan. Dad, not so much.
We're getting along so far because everything's going my way. Too big, too strong. Really need the crowd behind us. That's why I'm here, to give us that extra boost and get us over the hump. Take total control tonight.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
All right, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
I'm the 2023 season champ. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. And who are we? The Pick'em Pros. We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with a special Smack Talk edition, Championship Sunday. Wow, man. Thank you for joining us. And we've got our guy, Desmond Clark, the co-champion of last season. Well, this regular season, which I'm sure these guys want to live in the past and probably lead into that since we haven't all been together since the regular season ended. So, do you guys want to, y'all want to take a minute and live in the past on this?
Yeah, and if you want to just go ahead and take yourself off the screen because none of this right here concerns you. But yeah, so Diego, the bone that I have to pick with you, Diego, I've seen plenty posts where you was on there talking about you were just the champ as if it was just singular champ. You were fortunate enough to get lucky at the end of the season and go on a little run and claw your way back into it. Congratulations. I mean, you got to feel pretty good to know that you tied me for the season championship. I mean, you should feel good about that, man.
Well, I mean, I am the champ, first of all, and you tied me. I did not tie you. You tied me.
Oh, hold on. You had to chase me down.
Shots fired.
You had to chase me down. And I'm the reigning champ from last year, too.
I finished the season.
Hold on. And this is how it goes, right? To be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And last year, when I came on, like in week 7 or 8 or whenever it was, I had the best record since then. And so it's just like baseball. The tie goes to the runner. If we tied, it goes to I'm already the reigning champ. So I don't know if you really deserve to call yourself co-champ because you didn't beat the champ. We
had the same record. It's co-champ.
You did a Terrell Davis.
If you understand this, you looked at some Ric Flair back in your day, and like Ric Flair said, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And you didn't beat the champ; you only tied me, man.
Well, no, because I was the 2022 champ. See, you had a Terrell Davis shortened season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shortened season. So it was great. It was a quick burst, right? Mm-hmm. But the trophy. I got the trophy right here. Yeah. So
all I'm saying is since I've been introduced to this father-son duo and this platform called Pick'em Pros, I have the best overall record since I stepped on here to compete with you two. And that's just a fact. I mean, is it not a fact?
Since you've been here, yeah. You don't have the full body of work.
I can only go by what I've been.
Season and a half.
And
then it's split between two seasons.
This will be settled. Through the rest of these plays. And so you didn't submit any picks the playoffs, so that's a little questionable.
Hold on.
We're gonna talk about that next.
So we need to dig a little deeper than that. Every week, I don't recall getting anybody saying, "Hey, submit your pick six this week." I think that you guys kind of plotted in that household of yours up there in Raleigh and said, "You know what, man? We don't want Des to get too much shine. This, we created this show. One of us need to be the champion, so let's just cut Des out of the playoffs, just so one of us can win something. Because if we keep putting Des in it, we ain't gonna never win nothing." I believe that's how it went. I mean, it's speculation, it's accusations, but I think I'm on target.
No, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to settle this. We have 2 games to talk about today, and then of course we have the Super Bowl, and we have next season. I think this will be settled, on the field, so to speak. I think this or on the mic. This will
on the field.
This will be settled. This will be
settled on the proverbial field.
That's right. So. With these playoffs so far, again, Diego Army, shout out to Johnny O, kind of coined that phrase for you. Diego is 9-1, so has a strong record right now. But we got 2 huge games today, 3:00 Eastern. We have the Chiefs, Ravens, and then 6:30 we have Detroit and the Niners. Amazing game. So can't wait to talk about this. But Diego, you are hot, 9-1. So Des, on the serious tip, are there any games that you missed on these playoffs? Just even in your head,
I would have missed off on Philadelphia and Tampa. I had Philadelphia to win that game, and I think that, in all honesty, that may be the only one that I would have missed on. I'm trying to. Were there any other upsets?
The Packers.
Yeah, the Packers. Yeah.
Packers against who?
Against the Cowboys. Would you?
Yeah. I think I had the Cowboys on that one too.
Okay. Yeah. And that was the one that Diego got wrong. Was that one? Yeah. Packers surprised a lot of people with that one. All right. So, all right. Congrats, Des and Diego. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Delcia Thompson with the Pick Pros hat. So, Des, you'll have yours tomorrow, my man. So you can rock that.
Appreciate it.
When you're in the windy city of Chi-Town.
I mean, it get cool down here in Florida every now and again. I could throw it on.
Okay. All right. Oh, cool. Well, hey, man, let's talk about the biggest game here. Again, that's debatable. But the Chiefs, Ravens, a lot of people, although Detroit is hyping, we're gonna touch on that game, talk about that game for a while. But the Ravens Chiefs is a huge game. Some people are saying this is the Super Bowl. Man, who do we have? So, Diego, you had a huge reveal. You've been a Chiefs homer your whole life. You've got the Mahomes fat head in your room.
I do.
You got two pictures of Mahomes in your room. Mahomes jersey, Chiefs shirts. I mean, even though you're supposed to be a Carolina Panthers fan.
Yeah, so, over my life, it's been a tale of two stories. So regular season has been the Panthers. Okay. The Panthers never make the playoffs, so I've had to have a playoff team. So they were kind of my adopted playoff team. So
okay, they're kind of your adopted playoff team. All right, yeah, since the Panthers are never there. But you again tried to be a true picker. You went with who you think is going to win. You didn't go with your heart. You went with your head, and you picked the Ravens. So tell us, man, why'd you pick the Ravens, and just give us a preview of this game.
Well, I just think the Ravens are a better team. I mean, they have a really good defense. They're at home. The whole field advantage is going to be crazy. Lamar Jackson, he's just been crazy this year. So, I mean, I just think they're the better team. And the Chiefs don't have the same talent and the same, firepower that they've had in the past. So, I mean, I just think the Ravens was the smart pick here.
Okay. Yeah, and that is the team that, again, if I haven't, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I picked the Baltimore Ravens before the season started to win the Super Bowl. Just another one of my great picks.
You did do that. You get credit for that one. You did do that.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Des. And Des, it sounds like you may be on the train with them as well. Who you got?
Hold on. Let's just make it clear that I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl. All right. Okay. So let's not go too far. I'm not that much on your train. Okay. But for this game, it was a tough one to decide, because we're talking about Mahomes, right? Yeah. We're talking about Mahomes, and this kid doesn't lose when it comes to these type of games in the AFC Championship He lost one, right? And that was against Cincinnati. I believe. No, he lost two. He lost against
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yeah. So it's just really tough to pick against him. But then when you break it down, some of the things that Diego said, the firepower, they don't have as much as they used to have, but they still have enough. As long as they got Mahomes at quarterback, they have enough. But what I believe, what it comes down to, is that the Ravens are just a better all-around team, offensively, defensively. I believe if Kansas City has a chance to win this game, the defense is going to have to cause 2 or 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's the only way that they can do it, because I believe that Baltimore, they're just more physical, offensively and defensively. So they got to create some opportunities. But saying that, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Baltimore and Lamar Jackson takes this game.
Yeah, I think they take this. They are physical. They definitely play a totally different brand of football. I think it was Queen linebacker said, we don't play basketball on grass.
And then they backed it up after that too.
Man, did they back it up? When he said that, I said,
6 points. Miami. It was Miami, right?
I think
it was Miami.
Yeah. But it was after the Niners, I think, though. But yeah, then they had the Miami came up, and it seems like every big game they've had, they've blown the team out. Now clearly they haven't gone undefeated this year, but whenever it was like a game that was pumped up, where you said, "Oh man, they might not be able to get this." Not only did they get it, they blew them out. So they're snatching, especially the way they went into the Bay and beat the Niners. I picked them to win it, but I did not expect them to win it like that. So I think that opened a lot of people's eyes. So this is going to be great. But again, with the Chiefs are scary because they're playing with house money. They truly have nothing to lose. It's no big deal if they lose this game. And what I worry about is, man, if they win, you won't be able to tell them nothing. It's like all we need is Mahomes, maybe Kelsey.
Kanye West can't tell me nothing.
And you won't be able to tell them nothing. So yeah, that's gonna be something else, man. But can't wait to see this game, counting down the minutes before we have this one. And it is the first game that we have. All right. Well, hey, let's get into the next one. Oh man, wait a minute. I'm getting some intel here. I just heard, and it's early because the game isn't until 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I hear the Detroit Lions are already rolling up. Isn't that kind of early to roll up this soon?
Yeah, usually, yeah. You get there a couple hours before the game, but
I'm getting into. Hold on, I got an image popping up. It sounds like Goff and the Lions just rolled up.
And
Detroit,
Dirty D.
Yeah, Detroit means business. Detroit,
they're rolling a real grimy and real gangster right now.
Yeah, man, Detroit is not playing around. So I hope Bang Bang Niner Gang is ready to go and ready to take care of business today, because the D is not playing. And one thing that concerns me of this for the city of Detroit is that this game is taking place at 6:30 p.m. Okay. And I know that they're already fired up. I got phone calls and texts coming in from the family in Detroit. We're sharing blue drink recipes through our group chat. So I know, by the time 6:30 comes, my goodness, they're gonna be ready to roll.
Yeah. No, and that's a long time to wait, man, for that.
That is
for the NFC Championship game. Yeah, because you just got so many emotions going. And man, when I played in the NFC Championship game, 2006 season, but January 21st, 2007, to be able to play that first game was a blessing. Because we didn't have to wait all day and sit around. Yeah,
I can only imagine. Oh my goodness! Wow. So with that said, hey, Diego, we'll kick off with you as we normally do, man. You are going against the Detroit family here. So I believe you may be exiled
and you are going with the Bang Bang Niner game, which we got to touch on Bang Bang because I'm sure that's been around forever, but I actually had not heard of that until this year. So, Des, we're going to have to get your commentary on when you've heard that. Niner fans that are watching, chime in, tell us how long has Bang Bang been a thing. Really curious about that. But Diego,
you gotta say that different. How long has Bang Bang been a thing, not a thing?
That's right. How long has it been a thing? I would love to know that. So please educate and school us and tell us that. But Diego, man, what's up with the game today? What's gonna happen?
Yo, I got the Niners. I just think it's gonna be too much for Detroit. All the firepower with Purdy and all the receivers and backs in that defense and the home field advantage. And I think they really have to prove something because last year Purdy got knocked out the game, and they thought they didn't really get to really show off what all they could do. So now they're going to be really fired up and going to try and get it done.
Yeah, it's so if the Lions don't win this game, it's been a great season. And I know I've documented this before. The team that I hate the most in the NFL is the Detroit Lions. Even more than the Green Bay Packers, just because of who they were as a team when I was playing against them. But it's been a really good run, and it's been really good to watch them. As you recall, last year during the season when we were making all our picks, I was like, all they need to do is win a couple and learn how to win, and then they're going to get on the roll. And then they got on that roll last year, and then this year they just kept going. So it's been really good to see that franchise climb to the heights that they climbed. So no disrespect at all. If they lose this game, it's been a great run going into next year. But for this game right here, I just believe that San Francisco has too much firepower, and it's going to be, we got two high-powered offenses, two really good defenses. That defensive line from Detroit is really, really good. That entire defense from San Francisco is really, really good. So they got a monster to deal with, and I believe that's where it comes down to. San Francisco defense is going to be able to contain the Detroit offense, and I see this game being, somewhere around 31-21, somewhere in that area with San Francisco taking the game. But let me give the other side of this, just like I did with Kansas City. Okay. Kyle Shanahan has a history of in these big time moments and big time games. The jinx is there. Whether the quarterback gets hurt, or when he's in Atlanta and they lose a 20 or a 25-point lead. And so it's been some big moments where he hadn't been able to come through, whether his fault or not. But I don't think that happens this game. I played for his dad. He has the pedigree. I believe, hey, bad moments happen to all coaches. And this is a game that he's ready to go out there, show and prove, and get that monkey off the back that in these big time moments he can't make the big time calls and get through to the promised land, so to speak. I think the day's the day that he gets there. Okay. Yeah, this is one day I feel that they really have to get this, man. The Niners, and I love the Niner fans. The Niner fans are some of the most fun that we're talking to throughout the Pick and Pro show here. But they're on the cusp of a three-peat. They're on the cusp of a three-peat in the wrong way here. Man, and they've got a complex about Purdy. So Purdy, this is where he has to play well the entire game. Can't just wait until the end to play this game. He needs to stay healthy through this game. I was concerned in the Ravens game when he didn't go back in. And there was even a long conversation with him and the coach before that, and looked like he could have, and said, let's kind of wait. I'm like, okay, man, this is another big game that you're not finishing. So he needs to really, have a good game. Niners win this, and I think they can quiet the noise, but to me, there's a lot of pressure on the Niners as if they lose this game or if Brock does not play well, the noise is just going to get louder. And there's no pressure on Detroit. None whatsoever. Because, like I say, if they lose this game, everybody's still going to be like, man, good job this year. True. Yeah. There's no pressure. And let's not forget, Derek, San Francisco was my preseason favorite to win the Super Bowl. That.
Woo, woo. So you still, so we're gonna touch on that. One thing just about the pressure situation. With Detroit, I think this may be good that they're on the road. I was nervous if they were going to be home, that was going to be a lot of pressure for them. Even though they'd be playing with house money, but being at home would have been a whole different environment. But now being on the road, I feel that they can be loose. But with the Niners, you did pick the Niners in the preseason. So if they go on in advance, clearly I think if they were to play, although the Chiefs really be playing with house money, so they might be even more dangerous. But the Ravens 49ers matchup, how would you feel about that?
Ravens 49ers. I'm still going to go with the 49ers. I mean, I know the Ravens smacked the dog crap out of them in the regular season. I just still think that the 49ers are a more talented team. I don't know what happened during the regular season, and now the San Francisco 49ers, they're going to have even more motivation to come out and show and prove. And they know what can happen if they don't come out and play their best game.
True. Yeah, they do know what can happen. They'll have the blueprint. And in the past, and this is why I wouldn't count either team out, even if Detroit faces the Ravens smashed Detroit earlier this year, beat them down, in Baltimore. But the two times when that happened that I can remember, you have more than you remember, when a team has gotten beat down earlier in the season and they face each other in the playoffs, the team that got beat down wins that I remember. I remember the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just a couple years back when that happened. Remember, Tyreek had 200 in the first half, did the peace out, and whatnot, and the whole thing. And it was like, oh, man, they don't have a chance. And, they won. And then I remember back, Greatest Show on Turf, when they played the Patriots, back whenever that was. I think that was Brady's first Super Bowl. And they got beat down earlier that year. And, were able to win that. So, yeah.
It's all about that get back.
Yeah. So, Diego, man, so we just going into the Super Bowl for a little bit. We talked about different matchups and what would happen. So, you clearly picked the Niners. So, you've got Niners, Ravens, just like Des has. So, you are you picking? Would you go with the Niners if the Super Bowl were to match up the way that you think it will?
I picked the Ravens if the Super Bowl would, if it matched up how I thought it would, because I just think they're on a mission. I just think they're out to prove all the doubters wrong that they can't win the playoffs. So I would have them. Yeah.
Okay, you would have them. Now, what if it's Detroit? Detroit gets in the building. Then where would you go there?
It's Detroit versus the Ravens. I'd still have the Ravens.
Okay. Well, what if it's Detroit versus the Chiefs?
I pick Detroit. Actually.
Oh, you beat Detroit. Okay. So Detroit, in order to get Diego on your side, you got to go against the Chiefs.
So, Derek, did I miss it, or are you picking Detroit?
Yeah. I didn't even get my pick. Yeah. I got Detroit all day. I'm against you guys on this one. Sorry, bang bang, Niner gang. I have it again. Tell us where that originated. But no, I'm going with Detroit. Detroit, stand up. What up, though? The whole thing, man. I already ordered my Detroit gear. So I've got my Detroit What Up Though hoodie coming. So I'll be rocking that, courtesy of Cozy Co 262. Shout out. And man. So I'm ready. I'm Detroit, 8 Mile. Detroit's gonna be in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
So how do you see Detroit winning this game though? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. So, man, that bad man, as I said preseason, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who should have been in the Pro Bowl, clearly got snubbed. He'll probably still be in as an alternate and whatnot.
He made All-Pro, though.
yeah, isn't that crazy, right? Which he should have, but definitely got snubbed there. But think their defense has gotten a lot better. I think they're going to hold them just enough, but the offense is clicking. And the Niners, their linebackers are really, really good. But I think they're going to be able to throw the ball over the top. They'll be able to run the ball.
and think it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to a field goal. I think Detroit makes a field goal at the end as time is expiring to get this. So it's going to go down to the wire. But I think their defense is better. People are caught up on Detroit from a year or two ago when their defense was awful.
But they had a nice defensive line.
Yeah, and the line, you got Hutchinson, I believe it is, who's balling and playing. So I think they're coming around. They're peaking at the right time, playing loose with house money. And I think the Ravens, to me, and again, there hadn't been many games since then, I think they took a little bit of flesh. So the Niners just don't seem to be quite the same since that. And Debo, how healthy is he? He couldn't come back in the game last week, but he's healthy enough to play today. Does he make it through the game? So I just think there's a lot of variables. And also typically, just looking at the numbers, last year, I feel like we have to go back and fact check it, but typically one of the road teams wins when you have championship week. Now, last year, I believe both home teams.
Yeah, both one seeds.
Yeah, both, and that typically doesn't happen. So I think even if you just look at the analytics and the numbers of it, a road team's probably going to win, and I've got the Ravens winning the other one. So a number of reasons that I have.
4 sacks by that San Francisco defense would be the difference in that game.
Ooh, yeah, put that pressure. Yeah, put that pressure on Goff.
And that's just the sacks. Now, like you're saying, pressures, right?
Yeah.
So if you're getting 4 sacks, you probably got 15 pressures.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, those of you that are watching, put your comments in. We'll have live Q&A if you have questions for us, but then if you have questions for Des, and hey, take the time now. We've got a 12-year vet, a vet that has played in conference championship, won conference championship. So if you have any questions for him on just what it's like or anything like that, please go ahead and share those with us, and we'll be happy to answer those. So we're going to go right into those. And thank you, Alex, for your comment. Goff isn't good under pressure. The numbers show that. The numbers prove that. So hey, somebody, because then also Purdy, although his statistical numbers are pretty good, you can argue this a very short sample size that he hasn't won a game to this magnitude. So somebody's going to step up. One of them is going to do it. So we'll see who it is. So again, start to submit your questions here. But before we do that, while we wait for your questions to come in, we've got 2 big shout outs while we're on the theme of Detroit here. We want to recognize some of the Detroit artists. So for some of the Detroit fans that are on here checking us out, one of your very own, Nico Fawn, has a website. Check out. She's got art. She's been recognized by the Detroit City Arts and is an up-and-coming artist. So please go and check out her items here. And that's the website there where you can get posters, images, artwork, all of that from her. So please check her out. Very, very proud of Nico there. And then also want to highlight one other person. And thank you, Ryan, man. We are happy that you found us, my man.
We're glad that we found you too.
Yeah, for real. For real. Hold on, let me get rid of the comment here. And so shout out to you. Next one. Want to give a shout out. One last item here on Detroit gear, because again, Detroit's going to the Super Bowl. If you want to get your gear, go to Cozy Co 262. Check out the shop. Like I said, I already got my What Up Though hoodie and shirt. It's right there. He also does patches. So did the Pick'em Pros patch, all types of gear. So go there and get your gear and make sure you are ready for the Super Bowl. So wanted to give those 2 big Detroit shout outs before we go into our live Q&A. All right, so let me get back to the comments here and see what we got. Des, will we see you at the Golfing for Good Classic this year? So I believe that's March 29th here at Lonnie Pool. Des has been there before and played pretty well. I believe he shot a 59 when he was here last time. Yeah,
59. I appreciate that.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. I'm not going to refute it, Yeah, we got to see about that. March 29th. That's when I've been seeing some stuff on social media about the Golfing for Good. Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, and that's my man. Oh, that's Shannon Cross. Hey, what's up, Shannon? Yeah, that's our guy. Love him. So Shannon will be there. Yeah, Shannon's the man. Love Shannon. All right. Summer. Des, if you didn't play for the Bears, who would be your team?
Oh, absolutely. It'd be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like that was. I grew up in Lakeland, Florida, so my grandfather used to take me over to some Bucs games about once a year. So that was always like my favorite team. I also like the Dallas Cowboys, but my favorite player was Walter Payton. So, just to answer the question straightforward, if I wasn't playing with the Chicago Bears, if I could have played with any other team, it would have been the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Did not know that. Let's see. Another one, Ryan Jones. Des, you like Ravens, so you taking them straight up or -4.5?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, because I'm a little nervous, man, because Mahomes just makes you nervous. I don't care what the situation is. 4.5. No. I'm not giving up 4.5. 3 at the most. I see this being a 3-point game.
Yeah. What about you, Diego? What do you think on that one? Oh, Diego might be frozen.
Diego's frozen over there.
Oh, Diego's frozen. Okay. All right. So we'll see. Here we go. I think he's coming back.
Oh, what's up? What's the question?
The question, Ravens, would you take them straight up
I see.
Or 4.5? Yeah.
I think I'll take them straight up.
Okay. Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah.
Man. That's a lot. I mean, they're playing house money. I would love to say straight up, but nah. Yeah.
So Ryan, if you're asking this question because you're out there gambling, like buy down the points.
That's right.
Buy down the points.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to Summer on Des when you were repping the Bucs there. Yeah, the Bucs. All right, and this might be our last one before we get out of here. We'll let y'all get back to Sunday and start getting ready for the game. Do we believe in NFL conspiracy about the Super Bowl graphic colors? I've heard a lot about this lately.
What's the graphic colors? What is this about?
So if you look at, I don't believe in it. I think it's just coincidence with the colors. But if you look at the Super Bowl logo, going back several years, the colors always match the teams that are playing in the Super Bowl. If you go back and look at that, so I don't know how far back that goes. And see, that was the one you played.
So you got some orange in here. This is what I played, and then you got some blue in here. But I don't know what this red is about.
Oh no,
the Super Bowl that I played in because we played against Indianapolis. So
yeah.
I don't know. You got to go back and look at that.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. But you got so many different colors. I think you can, with the way that they make the graphic, you can make a case for that for most Super Bowls.
So this conspiracy doesn't have anything to do with the game. It's just how they make the graphics.
No, well, yeah, the conspiracy is that like the NFL already picks, hey, we're gonna have Ravens 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
I believe for this year, the Ravens 49ers colors are there.
Gotcha. Okay. I understand now. Like, come on. Like I have a friend. He was a champion, like a world champion in boxing, light heavyweight, I believe it was, Montel Griffin. And he always used to ask me, man, is it rigged? I was like, this is not boxing.
Right.
Like you can try to, but there's too many people to coordinate in this game to try to influence it that much where you can get the outcome that you want. Like I'm not gonna just say, a referee may not have biases or they may not have tried to do it before. Right. It'll just be too hard to do. Unless you got the quarterback's ear and he's in on it with the head coach and offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. Like you gotta have, but then what if you break some run plays?
Right.
It's just too hard. But if you're gonna, if it could be done, the quarterbacks would definitely have to be in on it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Diego, you heard about that with the Super Bowl logo?
Oh yeah, I have her on that. And then it's like the team on the bottom is the team that ends up winning, like the team's color. So,
well, that will be true here. That's Indianapolis Colts blue. That's not Chicago Bear navy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And listen, I can tell you straight up, it wasn't no cheating on that one. They beat us fair and square. Oh, you know what? Rex did throw a couple picks. So was he in on it? Yeah. Well, I got to go back and look at that game now. I haven't looked at that game. I've never looked at that game.
Oh, really? Really? Yeah. I could see that. Do you think you ever will?
Yeah, I think one day if my son want to sit back and be like, Dad, let's look at the Super Bowl, you know. Yeah. But let's just have a beer and watch the Super Bowl and watch Dad's hopes and dreams get crushed. No. Or I want to watch my hopes and dreams get crushed by myself. Nah. Yeah.
Man, cool. Well, hey, Des, man, we appreciate you joining us live. This is something that on most Sundays we'll probably come on, do a little smack talk. Part of our vision is also to have super fans from each team. So have like a featured game, have super fans come on, join us, have y'all come on.
Yeah.
So keep commenting on Instagram and on our YouTube show. The more we get to know you, just like Johnny O was on last week, kind of get in and we'll look to have you guys on. So appreciate the love and support. We're gonna go ahead and get on out of here as we always do. But thanks for everything. Y'all ready to sign out?
Yes, sir.
All right. Y'all know how we do, fellas. Let's go. Pick 'em pros.
Pros.
Later.